We are back now with Michelle Gams, parent coach and psychotherapist, and she's telling us, Michelle, stay away from option D. I'm trying to think, okay, A, B, and C. What's option D? So I'm going to let you take it from here.
Okay, yeah. To be a, quote, perfect parent, all we have to do is stay away from option D. And option D is harm, okay? So harming your kid. All you got to do is stay away from that, which is spanking, yelling at, shaming, humiliating, any of those. If you stay away from that, you're doing a bang-up job. Let me tell you, you've got A through C options, okay? So I wrote a book about this. It's being edited. I haven't published it yet, but it's going to. I wrote it like 5 years ago. I've been sharing it for 10 years. It's this simple concept I want every parent to get, which is you have A through D options in these situations with your kids. Okay. A is the textbook best case scenario. Should you have the time, resources, wherewithal, do A. We don't all the time have the resources. We're tired. We just had this happen at work. We have a sick kid. We're doing B, which is the good enough option. Good enough. It's the 5 out of 10. It's the 6 out of 10. It's the 8 out of 10. Given the context of everything that's going on, all I got is B. C is do no harm. C is basically zip it, walk away, breathe, count, go outside, do whatever you need to do to augment your resources before going to D, because D is harm. And we don't want to go there. So it's knowing that I'm 100% responsible for what I say and what I do. You're 100% responsible for what you say and what you do. And we're trying to keep it in the A through C options. And it gives parents permission. I can't tell you, Amber, how many people have come back to me and they're like, Michelle, I didn't do D.
Yeah. And I know this is a controversial topic, right? Because I know some people think, well, Michelle, you don't understand. I've tried everything, when it comes to spanking, it's the only thing that works, or they need to know. And I know every parent has their own opinion, but I do believe that there are other things that you can do before getting to that option D, or at least try to.
Absolutely. And we need to learn what the A's are. We don't know them naturally. We got the class to get them out, Amber. That's all we got. The class to get them out. We have to learn what the A's are to have any hope of implementing them.
Now, let me ask you this. Does it, and a lot of people say, well, child A is not like child B. I mean, do you do different things for each child, or do you need to keep it consistent as a whole?
Different, because we think we've been given that message, Amber, that we should treat them all uniquely. You need to love your children uniquely, not equally.
Oh, that's interesting. Because they are all different. What works for one may not work for another.
Absolutely. So, like the love languages, that
yes, I've heard of that.
Yes. And so just because I did quality time with one kid doesn't mean that the other kid wants quality time. They just want to remember to get them the orange toothpaste at Target because they prefer it in that form, that I remembered something for them.
Right.
So it's like loving them uniquely, not equally. For sure.
I think one of the things that's hard for me as a parent, because again, there are opinions about spanking, but I have such a hard time when I try and teach my children, especially the little ones, don't hit.
Yes.
Don't hurt, don't hit. But if, they see me, is that a confusing message to children?
It absolutely is. We're hypocrites if we're telling our kids to do things that we're not doing. So if you're hitting me as a parent and I'm your child, you better expect that it's okay for me to hit my sibling, hit the dog, hit my friend. If you're hitting me, it creates hypocrisy there. You don't have credibility.
Right.
So if we want our kids not to yell, we have to not yell. One of my favorite quotes, Amber, about parenting, who you are speaks so loudly, I can't hear anything that you're saying. Who you are speaks so loudly, I can't hear anything you're saying. So they're watching who we are, not what we're doing.
They do. They soak up so much and watch our every move. What would be your advice to parents who might be watching thinking, I don't know, Michelle, you just don't know my child. They just don't act like this. Is it just give it a shot? Like try to, retrain your mind, give it a shot, try these and just see what happens?
Well, stay away from option D is a concept to carry to give yourself permission to be human. It's not you have to learn what the A's are. So if you're struggling in a certain area, we have to learn what the A's are. get help with that particular piece. Look it up. I have 35 YouTube videos. Those are free. There's lots of help out there for this. Learn what you can do as an alternative so that you don't go to D, because I'm 100% responsible if I go to D. You're 100% responsible.
Right.
It's like if you yell at me, you're responsible for that. If I yell back at you, I'm responsible for that. You hit me, you're responsible. I hit you back, I'm responsible for that.
And kids learn what they see. Michelle, thank you. This is such a, I think, an important conversation for sure. But I think it will also allow us just to be better parents, to look at things a little bit differently. So thank you so much for your time. We'll put all the information about where to find you on our website, indiestyle.tv, but I hope we talk again soon.